first, a few of them from the first 90. Why above 90 people, still 47 have logged in? What about the others? Ask them to log in fast. Okay. So if you don't have any doubts in the assignment, people can you can start writing the assignment. For first 10 minutes, let me solve because A section people they are having a bit doubt in this one. So let me solve. History ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ನಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಮಾನಸ ಮಹಿಮೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಮಾನಸ ಮಹಿಮೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಮಾನಸ
ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನಿರಪ್ಪ. So let me just explain for them. Okay, so let me clear their doubts. So by the time this BNC section can be writing the assignment. Okay.
ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ?
ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಷ್ಟಗೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿರಪ್ಪ, ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ.
Okay guys, A section people, so you can take out your assignment. Okay, so you people had few doubts, right, regarding the assignment, how to write, what to write. So guys, let me agree that I have given a bit lengthy assignment. Okay, see here, the first reason, let me tell you why it is like this. So the first objective was to cover the most concepts. Okay, so why is it like so? See, in the, you can just notice there, when it comes to the question 1, see, from the derivative biasing topic, we are having 3 types, right? Okay, so in that 3 types, definitely they are going to ask 1. So that is a compulsory question which you can expect. Okay, so in that, what is it they have in the first question? Both base bias circuit and conductor bias circuit is being asked for 10 marks. Okay, so yes, I agree that for 10 marks both is bit large. Okay, so how they will ask? So either they will ask base bias circuit or they will ask conductor to base bias circuit. So that they will ask for 6 to 8 marks. Okay, so derive IC and VCE 6 to 8 marks they will ask. Okay, so here I have clubbed, but in the internals you will get either that one, but marks will be reduced. Okay, so you will not get for 10 marks, you will get it for 6 marks or 8 marks. Okay, so and in the second question also, yes, I agree, both approximate and accurate method both have been clubbed for 10. And this also, either you will get approximate method or accurate method, and that too they will ask for 8 or 10. They will not ask you. So if they simply give, so what you can do first in few lines. So guys, I hope you are making sense for you guys. Okay, so first few lines in one paragraph you can explain that there are 2 ways analyzing the searches. Okay, so later you can choose any one, and you can, if they have not specified in the question whether you need to solve approximate or accurate, in one paragraph you can just mention that there are 2 ways of analyzing the voltage divider bias circuit, and you can choose one and you can continue for the remaining marks. Okay, and the same explanation holds good even for third question. So coming to the photodiode LED optocoupler, and that too here 3 I have clubbed for 10 marks. I agree it is for more. And what ma'am, for everything I think yes I agree it is for more, then why did you give? So guys, let me tell you the reason. First objective I have already told you. So see, most of the people in our college, they don't have the habit of taking out the textbook itself. So they will not see, they will not be knowing, they will not be having the syllabus copy, they will not be having the this one, what is that, they will not be having the syllabus copy, textbook, nothing. Then from where those people will do? See, during the exams, you just go through the, when you go down or come up through the steps, when you take the steps, so you can absorb, everyone will be having their assignment book in hand. So at least by covering all the portions, we can make sure that 90% of the people are aware of that question. Yes, it is there in our syllabus, even though if they can't write. And moreover, for this subject, ADA and that too first module, people have some allergic, allergic sense, they feel some allergic sense with respect to this matter. Okay, so we want to tell you that there is no much included in your thing. Okay, so yes, it might be bit vast for one module, but all the concepts are easy. Okay, so just to give that friendly environment, I have to. Other than that, nothing else. That I don't have any revenge on you people that you have to write this with this for you to make too much of for you to give too much of writing work. I have not done. Are you getting this one? Okay, so just to cover everything and just to make you aware of the concepts. That's the only reason. Fine. So there also photodiode or LED 2 they may give for 10 marks in the third one. Okay, so then next question that may come to your mind is how much we should write for that. See guys, you people know, those who are, some of the students are above average. So they will write, see, there also there are two categories of people. Some people will write everything. Some people, they won't write, they write very little in the assignment, but they will not read the assignment for the test. But such students, those who are not writing it properly, yes, it's okay. So if you feel that your hand is clean, yeah, you can write, chotu, we will correct. Okay, so since mistake is from our side that we have checked the questions, even if you write only for 10 marks, definitely I am going to give the marks. Okay, so we are going to correct the assignment. But you should be careful that you should not pass your assignment to the others. Okay, so but below average people and average people, they have the habit of writing from the assignment and the same answers they are going to reproduce in the test. But in the test, so we are telling you to we are not going to make it, but what we are not going to make it burden for you. So we will ask it properly for that mark. Okay, so you write only few lines what you have written in your assignment, and if you ask us to give marks, definitely we will not give. Got it? Or as well as we are going to tear your assignment. So both the things we are going to. So in the assignment, we are giving you freedom for 10 marks. You can just write what you need to write in paper. Compulsorily, you need to write the diagram and characteristics you need to write. Okay. So our suggestion is to write, even though if it is lengthy, anyways they are giving, right? Okay. So anyways they are giving 15 minutes of time, and now since the internet has also been passed, so you write. It's okay even if it is a lengthy assignment. It will be like a note for you. From the notes only you copy whatever the notes I have written. Okay. Beyond that, if you are not willing to write, yeah, okay, however you should write for 10 marks, it should cover all three working plus diagram, you write. It's okay, you should cut it, but in the internet you should not write the same. Am I clear? Got it? Let me just cross-verify the chats of this one. Yeah, Karthik, I'm doing the same thing in this section. Okay, so sir, now I hope I have made myself clear what you need to write what you need to write to photodiode, LED and photo. And the same explanation will hold good even though I say 555 times. Yes, I agree that there also for 10 marks I have asked for, which is a bit large. Okay, so in the examination we will ask either a stable or monostable. Maybe we can ask for 6 to 10 marks. If we ask the 6 marks in a stable and monostable, what you need to write? Yeah, this also I got one message for this question. So I got a video and in there everything was there, whatever I had given in the notes. So now people are in third semester, so you should be learned rather than, yeah, understanding the concept is very much required. I agree. Along with that, how to present in the examination, that skill you need to start cultivating it. And presentation skills itself what matters even in your placements also, placement interviews or whatever the job interview. How you are going to present yourself in front of others. See, when, for example, if you take this multi-vibrator question itself, if they have asked a stable or monostable for 6 marks, what you are going to do? You're just going to write a circuit diagram, you're going to explain the working and characteristics of it. Correct? So if at all if they have asked the same thing for the 8 marks, then you may add applications to that. Okay, so if they have asked for 10 marks, then what you need to do? So you have to write the application circuit also. Maybe the square wave generator, that example you should write. Correct? No? So at least 2 pages answer in your booklet you have to write it. See, we cannot tell you how much you should write. I cannot mark like sixth or seventh standard student, I cannot make a parenthesis there and I cannot give you that, guys, this is what you need to write for this one. And you people know that will won't work out also. Correct? So that thing only he may twist the question. So show how IP 555 timer can be used instead of asking that one. Show how a monostable multivibrator can be used as a square wave generator. Then whatever that first this thing. So let me show you in the notes. Ashana notes in. I don't know how many of you are hearing in this B and C section. Notes
ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಮೇಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್
ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲೇ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. See, if they have asked like this, how you're going to use it for a square wave generator.
इसको भेजो
12. If they have asked like this, so then even whatever the explanation that you are writing, so this entire operation till here. So whatever it is there in page 12 and page 13, so this you can club to only one paragraph, right? So because what is their question, so all this mathematical analysis is not required. See, let's take this frequency divider. Okay, so if they have asked in the examination, write the frequency divider. Even though if you have read all these things, if you write all these mathematical formula and all, you will not get marks. Because what is that they have asked? They have asked regarding the frequency divider. Correct? So can I give everything in the assignment? No, we cannot. Okay? So there is no guarantee that these things will be repeated. See guys, there are some set which keeps repeating. Okay, so that I already told. And this also I can tell you 99.99% you will get one question. Either you will get a stable multivibrator or monostable multivibrator. Okay, so pakka you will be having. It's a guaranteed question. Okay, so you will get it. But how they will give, that depends on the paper set. Correct? Okay. So in the assignment, we have just given that we have covered that topic. So in that, what you are going to write in your this one, that too much of variation will not be there in the internals. Okay, so no need to get scared. Okay, too much of variation we are not going to do. Only 20% delay, slightly deviate. That's it. Okay, so otherwise you will get the same question, but for the exact marks. Okay, so this covers the first thing. And now the second part in the first module is regarding the op-amp. Okay, so in the op-amp, how many topics are there? Okay, so how many topics are there in the op-amp? And just have a look here. See, actually that multi-vibrator also, according to the syllabus, they have given it in the op-amp. Okay, so even if we leave that multi-vibrator, you just have a look guys here. So you see here, starting from this Schmitt trigger. Okay, so starting from the Schmitt trigger to this one. So how many topics we have? Pakka you will get one question from this topic also. But which one they will give? Can you guess? Is there anything something like important here? Schmitt trigger is equally important to active filters. The active filters is equally important to nonlinear amplifier. When you compare these three, how much topic we have in active filters? In active filters itself, we are having 4 subdivisions, right? 4 different circuits we have: low pass, high pass, wide pass, band reject. And in the low pass itself, narrow high pass, narrow band pass, wide band pass, narrow band reject, wide band reject. So many variations are there. So can we club everything in the assignment? Wherever it is compulsory, wherever it is possible to club, we have clubbed. Okay. See, now I cannot go on clubbing everything here. Okay. You can just see here the 6th question. First order active low pass filter with a neat circuit diagram for 10 marks. Yes, you can write this for 10 marks. Okay. But is there any guarantee in the internals? If I'm giving you the filter question, then definitely I will give this one. But is there any guarantee what they are going to give in the externals? See here, whatever I do the circles, even if I stand ulta with my head down, I cannot club. Correct? So I also understand. I cannot make you to write the entire textbook. So I have given only one here in the sixth question. And learning the remaining things, seeing the remaining things is up to you. Okay, so let me tell you one more trick. So if you have not read it, so this applies only for the below average students who are struggling to pass the subject. Let's assume. So there are some people, definitely there will be that category also in the entire class. Okay, so even if I try to cover one question from the topic, so all around four or five varieties could be there in this one. So if you read this honestly, if you read but they will leave that question for the entire. See, in the 12, you people will prepare only 5. In that, you people will write only 3. Okay, so such category of students, what I'm talking. Okay, so you will write only 3, and in that somehow you will manage to get the average. This is what the exact statistic. But what these faculties will have in mind. If for such students, if they read all these questions honestly, he would have read that active low pass filter. Let him give whatever in the examination, let him give band pass, whatever it is. The first explanation he can write. Even the circuit, something, if he writes what he knows, even the low pass filter circuit, if he had studied for the intervals, then definitely he will fetch 1 or 2 marks. And that definitely it adds to his total marks, and definitely he can clear the subject if he concentrates well on the SI. Got it? So we keep in mind the entire class strength, in which you can categorize into different categories. Okay, so excellent people will be there, above 95 category will be there, distinction category people will be there, outstanding people will be there, distinction category people will be there, average people will be there, below average people will be there. By keeping all the set, we will frame this assignment. That's it. Okay, so that everything covers. Okay, so definitely an excellent or an outstanding student will definitely check the textbook, and he will be knowing that ma'am has given only low pass filter, and these are the varieties what it is having. Got it? And the same explanation holds good for the next one also. The content what we have active filter, so we don't have even 1% also in non-linear amplifier. Correct? So he may give that on. So one student may, if I give only active filter low pass question, so then the student for the examination, he may give only the filters. So in the examination, what is the chances of appearing that the active filters? What is the chances of getting that active filters? Hardly 20 to 30%, right? So since we have so many topics in that, so in the examination you may just get explain nonlinear amplifier and relaxation oscillator for 10 marks. If I don't cover it in the assignment, so some people, they will not see the syllabus, or not they will open the textbook. For such students, how to cover? Because that is the only reason why we have clubbed. Okay. So, and you can see from this 8th question, it's not like that. Okay, so this digital, you people will not feel that difficult. So this you need to work it out. Okay, only first module, that is the reason why we have clubbed, so that you don't lose marks in the module 1, and you can easily score or clear this subject. So am I clear? Okay, so this was the doubt you people had, what to write. Correct? Am I correct? First 90 people respond. Correct, no guys, ma'am has given so much, how much we should write, that was your first doubt, correct, rather than the concept. So now have I made myself clear regarding that one, why I have given this much and what you should write, and how it will be asked in the examination, and how it will be asked in the interview. Okay, so now how you will write your assignment is up to you. Fine. So we can simply make out, if you just write, okay, ma'am has told us to write, it's okay, fine, we will relax it. So if you just write only 2 pages, all 6 answers, do you think we will correct? So when we are relaxing a bit, even you should know your limits, right? How to write and how much to write, all those things. Correct? No. So according to that you write. Yes, we know. We very well know that it is bit large. Okay, and I'm not expecting you to write 100 pages assignment. Everything you write. No. Be aware that this is what it is there. What it in the intent is, we're not going to burden you, and that's a promise from us.
ವೆಬಿನಾರ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್
Definitely they're going to ask how much we should ask for, and we also know our
ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀವಿ.
what we should ask, we definitely, and we will not, and I'm promising you that also. I'm not going to deviate from the assignment what I've given. Okay, so only by keeping your term semester examination, this assignment has been set. Okay, so beyond this, conceptual wise, if you are having any doubts, I'm ready, very ready to clear that also. Okay, so you can just note down the topics, and guys, this is for both the sections, all 160 people or 180 people
ಜಾನ್ವಿ
your strength.
ಅವ್ರು ವೆಬಿನಾರ್ಗೂ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್
For
ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ.
everyone, I'm telling you, beyond this, even if you are having any, this was regarding the assignment, right? So what is, if you are having any doubts regarding the concepts, you can just list it down. Okay, so you can send me individual message, or you can send me, you can send Asha ma'am the individual messages. We are going to note down the topics where you are really struggling. Those concepts we are ready to repeat it once again. Definitely we are going to repeat it if you are very eager to learn that one. So anyway, we have circulated the notes. Okay, so you have we have given you the PPT, these problems, whatever we are solving, everything we have given, the scan notes also we have given. Any topic, if you want us to be repeated, you can just send those topics. Ma'am, how much ever I did, I could not understand the photocoupler. We want this once again. Okay, so like this, you can send us the individual messages, which topic you want. So definitely one day in the class, maybe last 10 minutes or one complete day, depending upon how much doubts we are going to get it, we are ready to clear. It could not be, so tomorrow you didn't ask, one day after tomorrow I will not explain. No, we are not like that. Okay, so even if you ask after first internals also, we will explain. Okay, so you guys read it, write it, and prepare well for the interview. So don't worry too much regarding that lengthiness of the assignment. How much ever you can write, you write. But if you have written only 3 lines, and in the internals also, if you write 3 lines, you are not going to get. Okay, so that you keep in mind. So any conceptual doubts, you can text us. We will definitely address that one. Got it? So even if your doubt is beyond this one, if we know that when if we search, we can search, and if we understand, definitely we can reply you through the voice messages. In the WhatsApp only, we are ready to do that also. Okay? So guys, now shall we continue with the second module? Any other thing that you need to clarify? First 19. So guys, now I'm giving you time. If you are having any other issues, you can tell. Okay, so shall we start with the module 2?
ಇನ್ನೂ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ನು ಅದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು.
So guys, what about here? Above 90 people, I'm waiting for you. Shall we start with the problems of the second module? Any other issues you have regarding the ADE subject? Any grievances for anyone? Only one is from both the sections. No, ma'am. What? You don't want me to start the second module problems for Archana? Okay. So what about here? I didn't get any other response. And people are leaving the meeting. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು.
Good morning. Let's start with the next topic. Do you have any doubts in SOP and POS K-map? Any doubts in POS, SOP, K-map? What are the problems we solved till yesterday? If you have any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll move to the next topic. Yes, any doubts? Why no reply? When to have breakfast? Okay. So, no doubts. Okay, let's continue to the next one. So, however, in the last class, we studied the limitations of the K-map also. So, what are the limitations of K-map? The one thing is, if you have 5 or more variables, it's difficult for us to find out the minimized expression. Another one is, it's very, means we will get confused in the grouping, correct, right? Those are the two. See, map method depends on the user's ability to identify the pattern that gives the largest size, which means that it depends on our ability, how we are going to make the group. Second one is more or 5 or more variables. It's difficult to simplify using the K-map. So next what we have? We have next method we have here is P-in method. So what do you mean by this screen mixed method? So this is also a systematic approach. You need to follow the rules. So we have followed the rules in the K-map that 001, 2 should come last. That means one bit should differ when we are going to compare. Correct, right? So there also we have used the systematic approach to solve it. So here also we in the Queen Necklace here also we are going to follow the systematic approach. Okay, so what is the thing we have here? Queen Necklace method involves preparation of two tables. So to get the final answer, here we need to prepare the two tables. So what are the two tables? So first one to determine the prime implicate. So second one to select the essential prime implicate. So first table to get the prime implicate. Second one to select the essential prime implicant. This selection of essential prime implicant going to get the give the minimal expression. So what are the minimal expression we got in the K map? Same way, by selecting the essential prime implicant, we will be getting the minimal expression. So these are the two methods. So then what is this prime implicant and the essential prime implicant? How to find it? So prime implicant are the expression with at least number of literals that represent all the terms given in the truth table. So that will be the number of literals. So you will be having the truth table, right? So what are the literals is going to represent the entire truth table? That is nothing but the prime implicant. So what do you mean by essential prime implicant? Definition. So though if you are not getting, if you are not got what is the definition of that, don't worry. Once we start the problem, we will understand what is essential prime, so prime implicant and essential prime implicant. So essential prime implicant means prime implicants are examined to get the essential prime implicant for a particular expression that avoid any type of duplication. So when we get the prime implicants from the truth table, there may be duplicates. So among these prime implicants, we will be selecting something which are not duplicates. That is nothing but the essential prime implicant. So this is the difference between prime implicant and essential prime implicant. Is it clear? Shall we start the problem now? Yes. If you not got the definition also, don't worry. Once we start the problem, you people will get to know. So, heading you make queen necklace key problem. Make a note. Queen necklace key problems or queen necklace key methods. Queen necklace key methods. Okay, read on this question. Simplify the following Boolean functions. Simplify the following Boolean function by using queen necklace key method. By using queen necklace key method. Take a note of the question. Simplify the following Boolean function by using the queen necklace key method. Queen necklace key method. So what is the function here? F of A, comma, B, comma, C, comma, D equal to sigma m of sigma m of 0, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13. Copy. Finished copying. What about others? Okay, first listen here. If people don't write, let me solve one problem. So they will give the function like this. So once they give the min term like this, next step what you need to do here is you need to make the binary expression or binary values of these decimal numbers. Okay, binary values of these decimal numbers. So how to write it? We'll see. So this is stage 1. You will be having so many stages. So stage 1, A, B, C, D. So these are the 4 variables we are using. Correct, right? So what is the first decimal? 0. So how to represent that 0 in decimal? 0, 0, 0, 0. What is the next decimal value? 2. How to represent the 2 in binary format? 0, 0, 1, 0. let me write here only. Binary 0, sorry, decimal 0. This is for 2. Next I have 3. How to represent 3? 0, 0, 1, 1. This represents 3. Next it is 6. How to represent 6? 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay, 4 plus 2, 6. That is 6. Next decimal number is 7. 7 means 0, 1, 1, 1. So that is decimal 7. Next is 8. 1, 0, 0. This is 8. Okay. Next 10. 1, 0, 1, 0. This is decimal 10. Next I have 12. 1, 1, 0, 0. If anything is wrong, please let me know. 8 plus 4 plus 1, 13. So is this correct? What truth table I have written, is that correct? They are given the decimal number. What I have done, first step, I have converted that to in the binary representation. Is this correct? Is the truth table is correct for the given decimal number? Or if anything is wrong, please let me know. I don't know where others all went. Okay, so what is this? Is the stage 1 or group 1? Okay, stage 1 or group 1. What is the stage 2 or step 1? Step 1 or stage 1? What is stage 2? In the stage 2, you need to group the binary combinations which contains number of zeros 1. Group number of ones 1. That is one group. Number of ones equal to 2. That is one group. Number of ones equal to 3. That is one group. Are you clear what I said? After that, in the stage 2 or step 2, I am going to make a group of binary representation based on the number of ones. First, you have to look for the binary combinations which consisting of 0 number of ones. Next group, 1. Number of ones are 1. Next group, number of ones are 2. Next group, number of ones are 3. Like that, I need to make a group. So check 0. So in how many combinations you have number of ones equal to 0? In how many binary combinations you have number of ones equal to 0? Only 1. Only 1. So that is your 0, 0, 0, 0. Right? 0, 0, 0, 0. Next, how many combinations you have which consisting of only 1, 1? How many combinations you have which consisting of number of ones is 1? If it is like that, represents the decimal number of that. Represent the decimal number of that. Anyone give an answer? 2. Okay, which are those? People are giving 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. That is it 2 and 10? Sorry, 2 and 8? Is it decimal? Sorry, is it decimal 2 and 8? Sir, no. Okay. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, then 1, 0, 0, 0. 1 followed by 0, 0. Now, how many decimals I have? With number of ones are 2. So, better to write decimal numbers also here. Like 0. This is for 2. Next, number of ones should be 2. How many combinations are there? 4. Correct, right? So the decimals are 3, 6, 10 and 12. 0, 0, 1, 1, 3, 6, 6, 0, 1, 1, 0, that is 6, 6 to 10, 1, 0, 1, 0. Next, 12, 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay. These are the things I have. Actually, let me see. This is one group. This is another group. This is another group. So we are going to make the group depending on the number of ones. Then the number of ones which are 3, that is only 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, that is our pratik. So this is your stage 2 or step 2. Are you clear with this? Yes. Are you clear with this stage 2? So what you need to do in the stage 2? So in the step 1, you converted decimal to binary. So group is binary numbers to group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4 based on the number of ones. So this is G0. So this is G1. This is G2. This is G3. These are the groups I got. Is any doubt in stage 2 or step 2? 7 is there, okay. Sorry. Hmm, 0, 1, 1, 1. So this is 7. Is this correct now? This is the 7. Is it correct or no? Is it correct? Okay. So any doubts in stage 2? Any doubts in stage 2? Okay. Let's move to the stage 3. Now let's move to the stage 3. So before start writing stage 3, I'll tell the procedure. Okay, I'll tell the procedure. Now what you can observe, see, here number of ones are 0, number of ones are 1, number of ones are 2, number of ones are 3. Now when you compare group 0 with group 1, it is going to differ 1 bit. It should differ 1 bit. So the bit which is going to differ, that you are going to eliminate. For example, if it is 0, 0, 0, means it's A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar. Next you see decimal 2, you see 0, 0, 1, 0. 0, 0, 1, 0 means it's looking like A bar, B bar, C, D bar. Now look at the bit C. Look at the bit C. So what happens here? 0, 1, 0, 1 or C bar will get cancelled. It will get cancelled. So what you are going to represent here? You are going to represent this as a 0 0 hyphen 0 0 0 hyphen 0. Same way you will be comparing with 0 with 8. Again you will be comparing this 0 with 8. So what will happen now? So first bit means the variable a will be differing. So a bit a will be differing. So variable a will become hyphen. Remaining all the 3 bits are like 0 0 0. Then G0 will be compared with G1. G1 will be compared with G2. G2 will be compared with G3 because only one bit should differ. Correct, right? Same way you will be comparing this with this, this with this, this with this. So this is the stage 2. Are you clear now? Are you clear? Okay. We'll move to stage 3. We'll move to stage 3. So what will happen in the stage 3? Again you take A, B, C, D. Okay, A, B, C, D variables I am taking. In the stage 2, I forgot to take A, B, C, D. You please take A, B, C, D. Okay, now you compare decimal 0 with decimal 2. Compare decimal 0 with decimal 2. How many bits are differed? How many bits are differed? 1 bit. So which the bit is? The bit C. The bit C. So what you will be getting resultant? 0 0 hyphen 0. So what did you compare? 0 comma 2. What did you compare? 0 comma 2. Next, compare 0 with 8. Compare 0 with 8. So there the bit A is different. Bit A is 0 and bit A is 1. So 0, 1 will get cancelled. So in that place you will get hyphen. Remaining 3 bits are 0 0 0. So what did you compare? You compared 0 with 8. Are you clear? Guys. Next. So this is first group done. One grouping is done. One grouping is done. Okay. So next, you are going to compare decimal 2 with decimal 3. Decimal 2 with decimal 3. Check only one bit should differ. So can I combine 2 and 3? If possible. So how you should combine? Only one bit should differ in such a way that we need to combine. Is it possible to combine 2 and decimal 3? If which bit is different? Which variable is differ? Bit D. Very good. Here 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 1. So this 0 and 1 will get cancelled. I left out with 0 0 1 hyphen. So which are the things we combine? We combine 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3. Okay. Next, is it possible to combine 2 and 6? You have to check each and every one. Is it possible to group 2 and 6? 2 and 6 possible. So which bit is differ? Which variable is differ? Variable B. See, variable B is 0 year, variable B is 1 year. So you will be getting 0 hyphen 1 0. 0 hyphen 1 0. So which are the things combined now? 2 comma 6. 2 comma 6. Is it possible to combine 2 comma 10? 2 10 is possible? 2 10 is 2 10 also possible. So combine 2 10. 210. So first bit will get cancelled. So hyphen 010, 2 comma 10. Next combination 212. Is it possible to combine 212? No. Why you can't combine 212? How many bits are differed? 3 bits are differed. So we cannot combine 2 and 12. Okay. Now what do I need to do? Now again, once the decimal 2 is done, again in the group 1 I have one more decimal number, that is 8. I have one more combination 8. Now compare 8 and elements from group 2. Is it possible to combine 8, 3? 8, 3 is possible? No. What about 8, 6? 8, 6? 8, 6 also? No. What about 8, 10? 8, 10? Yes, we can combine 8 and 10. So the bit C is differed. So resultant you will be getting 10 hyphen 0. 10 hyphen 0. So 8 comma 10. Is it possible to combine 8 and 12? Yes, 8 to 12. 8 to 12. Yes, 8 to 12 also possible. So as a result you will be getting 1 hyphen 0 0. So that is 8 comma 12. Okay, so now this grouping is done. Now we are going to compare G2 and G3. Now we are going to compare G2 with G3. So 3 and 13 possible. 3, 13. No. 3, 7. 3, 7. 3 and 7. Yes. 3, 7 possible. Yes, 3, 7 is possible. So which bit is different? Bit B is different. Sorry. Bit B is different. So as a result you will be getting 0 hyphen 1 1. Who is that? Please mute. As a result you will be getting 0 hyphen 1 1. So which are the things you combine? 3 comma 7. 3 comma 7. Okay, next 3 is done. Now take 6. 6 and 13 possible. 6 to 13 possible. 6 13. No, it's not possible. 6 7. 6 7. Yes, 6 7 we can. So which bit is differ? Variable D is differ. So as a result you will be getting 0 1 1 hyphen. So which are the things I combine now? 6 and 7. 6 comma 7. 6 comma 7. Next, have we combined 6 7 or 6 13? Okay, 6 7 is correct. Now 10 and 13. 10 13 possible? No. 10 7. Is it possible to do with 10 and 7? No, 10 and 7 also not possible. Okay. 12 and 13. 12 13 possible? Yes, 12 13 is possible. So which bit is differed? Variable is differed. So you will be getting 110 hyphen 12 comma 13. Next 12 7. 12 7 is possible. 12 7 possible. So stage 3 is over. Stage 3 is over. Okay. So here I forgot to inform one thing. See, because if I take the pen once again, it will get over. So the text box will go. That's the reason I didn't tell. Now I'll tell. So once the stage 3 is completed, so to get the stage 3, which are the combinations we have used. Just tick mark it. Okay. Hope everyone are clear. How did you get stage 3? By combining elements from the stage 2 from different group, friend group, correct, right? So in the simple English, what I want to say here is, whatever the decimal numbers you got in the stage 3, whatever the decimal numbers you used, just make a tick of that, make a tick of that. So have we used 0? Yes, we have used twice. Whether it is how many times, whether it is once or twice or thrice, when you use how many times you want, but if it used only once also, you need to make a tick mark that. Yes, we have used 0, we have used 2, we have used 8 also, we have used 3, we have used 6, we have used 10, we have used 12, we used 13, we used 7. We are not left out with any decimal numbers in stage 2. Okay, once it is used, you have to tick mark. Actually, as soon as you use here only, you have to tick. So if I swap from text to this pen to text, it's not possible for me to take this continuously. So what I am doing, if you are doing, actually this is the procedure to follow. Are you people getting what I am saying? What I am saying is, the first combination I got 0, 2. Correct, right? So what I got 0, 0. This combination I got by combining 0 to 1. These are the things used, means immediately you have to take decimal 0 and decimal 2. Next I combined 0, 8. Once you use this, you have to tick 0, 8. 0 is already ticked, so no need to repeat once again. Next you need to tick it off 8. So this is what I explained. That's clear, right? But don't forget to tick it. So because that is the thing you will be getting the answer. From that only you are going to get the final answer. Okay? Because I'm not able to switch from here to there. That's the reason I'm doing it then. Okay. This is stage 2 is done. Now, stage 4. Again, before I do the stage 4 again, I'll tell same thing. Now you see, so one bit will differ from this to this to this. Now you compare this group with this group, this group with this group, again do the same thing. Okay, let's start with the stage 4. Let's do this. Stage 4. Okay. Same way, but here you have to look for the hyphen also. A, B, C. Okay. Now you see, is it possible to combine this? This will happen. Compare 0, 2 with 1, 3. Is it possible? Is it possible to combine 0, 2 with 2, 3? Anyone? It's not at all possible, because here the bit hyphen is at C, here the bit hyphen is at D. So when you are comparing, that hyphen bit also should be same. Wherever the hyphen bits are there, you have to take the same thing. Okay. So in the group 2, in a simple way, if you want me to teach, so here hyphen is in the third variable. So in the group 2, check where the hyphen is in the third variable. Check for which combination hyphen is in third variable. Can you tell me the combination? Or people got what I said? See, I want to compare the first combination of the first group with the second group elements. 0, 2, 2, 3, it's not possible. Why? Here hyphen is in the third place, here the hyphen is in the fourth place. So when you are going to compare the one bit, in the same place hyphen also should be there. So the easy technique is, so here hyphen I have in the third variable, that is C variable. So before looking the other bit, so in the second group, check the combination, for which combination I have hyphen in the variable C place. So somebody gave answer. So people gave 8, 10. Yes, hyphen is there in the 8, 10. As soon as hyphen is there in the C variable means it's not possible to combine. So next step is compare the variables, compare the remaining variables. So when you are comparing, if the one bit is differed, then only it's possible for you to combine. Now you compare, is it possible to combine 0, 2 with 8, 10? Is it? Is the bit is differed? Any one bit, only one bit should differ. Yes, we can combine. Can you tell me which bit is differed? Can you tell me which bit is differ? Bit A is or variable A is different. Very good. So what the resultant you will be getting after combining 0 to 8, 10, you will be getting hyphen 0, hyphen 0. Am I correct? Hyphen 0 is correct? Yes? Hyphen 0, is it correct? Okay. What are the things I combined? I combined 0, comma 2, comma 8, comma 10. So these are the things I combined. So this is the only one combination I can combine. 0, 2. 0 is 2 is done with the it is the second group. Now I have one more combination from the group 1. So that is 0, 8. Now tell me 0, 8 can be combined with what? 0, 8 can be combined with what? Compare second. So what you will be finding out first? First find out where the hyphen is there. Where the hyphen is there in the 0, 8 combination? First place. So in the group 2, check the combination which is having the first variable hyphen. That is 2, 10. Yes, people gave the answer. It's correct. So now once you get that, compare. Is it possible to combine? Yes, I can combine these two because the bit C is varied. Because the bit C is varied. So what is the resultant you will be getting after combining 0, 8 and 2, 10? You will get hyphen 0, hyphen 0. Hyphen 0, hyphen 0. What did you combine? 0, 8, sorry, 0, comma 8, comma 0, comma 8, comma 2, comma 10. So if you want to write it in the sequence, if you can write it in the sequence also. So these are the things I combined. So now this is one grouping is done. One group is done. Next is what? You have to combine this with this. You have to combine this with this group. So is it possible to combine 2, 3 with this group? So what I need to do first? First check the hyphen is in the D place. Yes, I have with 6, 7. So is it possible to combine 2, 3 and 6, 7? Is it possible? 2, 3, 6, 7? Yes, it's possible because only one bit is differed. 2, 3, 6, 7. What you will be getting as a result? 0 hyphen 1 hyphen. 0 hyphen 1 hyphen. Guys, if I am doing anything wrong, please let me know while writing. 2, 3, 6, 7. 2, comma 3, 2, comma 3, 6, comma 7. Oh, so 2, 3 is done. Next to 2, 6. 2, 6. Is it possible for me to compare 2, 6 with here? So here I have hyphen in the variable B. Okay, if you take the combination 3, 7, you have the hyphen in the second place. Check the other variables. Check the other variables. So I can. D is varied. Correct, right? So I can combine 2, 6 with 3, 7. So what you will be getting? 0 hyphen 1 hyphen. 0 hyphen 1 hyphen. So what I combine now? 2, 6, 3, 7. 2, comma C, 3, comma 7. So this is done. So any other element? No. Now 210. So in the 210 I have hyphen in the first place. So if you go to the last group of the stage 3, I don't have any combination with first element hyphen. So you cannot combine 210. So what about 810? 810 with any other? No. In the third place also I don't have any. Okay. So 810 also I cannot combine. What about 812? So here I have second hyphen. Again in the combination 3 7, I have second hyphen. Is it possible to combine 8 12 3 7? 8 12 3 7? No. Why? Why it's not possible to combine? Why it's not possible to combine? 3 bits or 2 bits? All the 3 bits are different, so it's not possible for us to combine. So stage 4 is completed here. Now what I need to do for stage 3, can anyone tell? What I want to do? What you want me to do? So previous step what I told, tick mark. I am doing now, but you people will be writing in your notebook. So once the first combination done, you have choice to tick mark. Please don't keep it at the end like me. Please, okay? So once the combination is done, as soon as you do the combination, please tick here itself. Okay? So 0 to 0 to 8 10. 8 10. Like me, please don't do at the end because you people will forget. As soon as you combine, make a tick mark. Second, 08 to 10. 08 to 10. Next to 2 3, 2 3, 6 7. 2 6, 2 6, 3 7. Okay. So now it is done. Is it possible to combine this with this check? So you have to go to stage 5 also. You have to go to stage 5 also. Is it possible to do the stage 5 here checkout once? So see, these two are same. These two are same. So you will be getting hyphen 0 hyphen 0. These two are same. You'll be getting 0 hyphen 1 hyphen. Okay. So here you can rewrite it as a 0 to 8 10. This one you can rewrite it as a 2 3 6 7. Both are same. Only these decimal values are interchanged when you write it in the when you rearrange this, you will get only one combination. Is it possible to combine at the stage 4? No, it's not possible to combine because bits are different. Bits are different. So, so now, so grouping you are going to stop here. Grouping you are going to stop here. So once you are done this, once you are done this, then you are going to find out the prime implicant. You are going to find prime implicant. Prime implicant. Okay. So which are the five prime implicants? How to identify the prime implicants? Listen here. How to identify the prime implicant in the sense the things which are not used for combination, the elements from each stage which are not used for combinations will become your prime implicant. Hope everyone are clear. So the things which are not make a tick mark, the things which are not marked tick mark, all are those prime implicants. Can you mention how many are prime implicants? Is it only those two? Check it once. Is only those two? Remaining all are checked from all the group. However, don't consider the first stage because all these are used. All these are used for grouping here. Okay. Check stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 3. All are used. Only these two you got. Karthik gave 0 to 810. 0 to 810. Then 2, 3, 6, 7. Very good. So totally you will get 4 prime implicants. Totally you will getting 4 prime implicants. So which are those? See, stage 2 all are ticked. So from stage 2 I didn't get any. From stage 3 two things are not ticked. So the first combination is 8 comma 12. The second combination is 12 comma 30. These are the two things we have used. We have not used in group 3 or stage 3, but in the stage 4 we have not used 0 comma 2 comma 8 comma 10 and 2 comma 3 comma 6 comma 7. That's why I told you people to do the ticking. Okay, if you forget do the ticking, so again while finding the prime implicant you have to do. So instead of making at the end parallelly, it's better to do because I can't switch from text to pen to text. That's the reason I am keeping at the end. But you people are solving in the notebook. Please, as soon as you combine, take the corresponding ticks. Are you clear with this? Any doubts how to identify the prime implicant? Guys, any doubts? Okay, copy it first. Copy this first. Still the problem is not end. Only first 2 steps are there to find, to solve the P-netless key. So first one is to find the prime implicant. Second one is to select the essential prime implicant. So only half of the part is completed. Remaining half is there. So complete it and drop a message. We'll continue the another part. Okay. Guys, write down fast. Once you are done, drop the message. Understand and write. Just don't copy it. So by using the queen necklace key. What is the advantages of queen necklace key? Means we can eliminate the limitations of schema. We can eliminate the limitations of schema here. There's no confusion which one to pair and all. Finished? Guys, finished? Hope everyone are done copying till here. So next we are going to find the essential prime implicant. Okay, please listen here. Next, finding the essential prime implicant. Find essential prime implicant. Okay, to find essential prime implicant. So to find the essential prime implicant, like this, you have to make a chart. So how to do the chart? Once I write, you'll understand. So this 4 terms you got, 4 prime implicants you got, correct, right? So what are the, okay, I wanted to insert one more, I'll write it here. So what are the 4 in terms, 4 prime implicants you got? So 8, 12. So how to write this 8, 12? So what is that 8, 12? So can I write this combination as A, C bar, D bar? Can I write 8, 12 as A, C bar, D bar? C bar, D bar? Yes. Can I write the combination 8, 12 as A, B bar, C bar? Yes. So write these prime implicants as min terms. What is 8, 12 combination? 8, 12 combination A hyphen B bar C bar. Correct, right? A C bar D bar. Next, 12, 13. How can you write 12, 13? A B C bar. A B C bar. A B C bar. Next, 0 to 8, 10. 0 to 8, 10. That is B bar D bar. B bar D bar. So this one A bar C. A bar C. So next, column wise you need to write these numbers in the sequence order. So first I have 0, next 2, next 3, after 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12. Check once, is this correct? Have I completed all the digits? Okay, 8 is there, 12 is there, 12 is there. Okay, I have left 13. Okay, I'll add it. I'll add it. 13. 0 is there, 2 is there, 8 is there, 10 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 6 is there, 7 is there. Okay, fine. Guys, are you clear how I have written this? Guys, are you clear how I have written that? Just whatever the prime implicates I got in the decimal form, I have written in the sequence. That's it. Are you clear? Okay. Now listen how to fill this table. Now listen here how to fill the table. So A C bar D bar. A C bar D bar. I have written this for 8, 12. So make that cell box tick or into mark. Anything. Anything is fine. So 8, 12. 8, 12. So A, B, C bar means 12, 13. 12, 13. Actually, once you write this, first write down all these things, these columns. Once you write A, C bar, D bar, it complete, combines 8, 12. As soon as you write this, here only you can tick mark. No need to wait for completing all the things. That is as your wish. So how you feel comfortable? Like way you can write it. Next, D bar means 0 to 8, 10. 0 to 8, 10. Next, 2, 3, 6, 7. 2, 3, 6, 7. Guys, have you clear how I filled it? Are you clear how I filled that each cell? Or if you have any doubts, you can ask. Okay, you are clear with that. Okay, once the filling is done, we need to select the essential prime implicant from this prime implicant. How to select it? Check here, look column wise, this 0 or these decimal number should appear only once. Check column wise which are the decimal numbers are used only once. So how will come to know? By seeing this cross mark. By seeing this cross marks, you will come to know the things are used how many times. Correct, right? So can you tell 0 how many times used? Can you tell 0 how many times used? Once. What about 2? What about 2? What about 13? What about 13? 1. What about 8? 8. 2. Correct, right? So, okay. So now you mark the decimal numbers here only, not here, here, which are used only once. Check 0. Yes, 0 is used only once. Mark it. What about 2? No. What about 3? Yes, only once. 6? Only once. 7? Only once. What about 8? No, 8 is used twice. 10? Yes, 10 used only once. What about 12? Twice. What about 13? Once. Okay. After marking this, you will be able to write the essential prime implicant. How to write the essential prime implicant? Here you marked it, right? Here you mark. You mark the things which are used only once. So now take down row wise. Check out row wise. Have this marked? Is anything is marked in the first row? No. Nothing is marked in the first row. Leave the first prime implicant. Check the second prime implicant. Check the second prime implicant. Is the second prime implicant row is marked? Yes, it is marked at 13. So it is essential prime implicant. Check the third one. Is the third element is marked in the row? Yes, B bar D bar is marked. So this another essential prime implicant. So is the A bar C is marked in the row wise? Yes. Here also we mark. So you need to select A bar C also. So these three are essential prime implicants. These three are essential prime implicants. So what you got? Essential prime implicants are, I'll write EPI. So EPI means essential prime implicants. Essential prime implicants equal to A, B, C bar. Next, B bar, D bar, B bar, D bar. Next, A bar, C. So this is essential prime implicant. Okay. What is the minimized expression now? So is it looking like expression? No, it's not there in the mean term form. It should be a SOP form. So this is essential prime implicant. Once we get the essential prime implicant, we can write the minimized expression. What is the minimized expression? F of A comma B comma C comma D equal to A B C bar plus B bar plus A bar C. So this is the minimized expression you will get after obtaining the essential prime implicant. Guys, are you clear? So here your queen necklace problem over. Are you clear with this? If you have any doubts, you can ask. So first, you should keep on grouping by comparing the two elements, one from each group. So when you are combining, only one bit should be differed. So the bit which is going to differ, that should be written as a hyphen. So repeat this procedure until where you can combine the elements from different groups. Once it is done, stop there. Then after that you are going to find the prime implicant. So how to find the prime implicant? By taking the combination of the elements which are not tick marked. Those will become your prime implicant. So once the prime implicant is done, then you are going to select the essential prime implicant. So how to find out essential prime implicants? By using this chart. So what are the prime implicants you have used? Write in the row. Whatever the decimal numbers are there, write it in the common. This prime implicant covers which are the decimal numbers, make a cross mark. Once it is done, look wise, column wise, so which are the prime implicants are used, means corresponding numbers are used only once. So once you tick mark this, then take the corresponding prime implicants. Those will become the essential prime implicants. Then once you get the essential prime implicants, write in the form of SOP form. That's it. So that is your minimized expression. Guys, any doubts in this? Any doubts? Any doubts?
Madam.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಏನಾರ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ರಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. Any doubts? No doubts. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can ask tomorrow also. However, we will be doing these problems only tomorrow also. Okay, this kind of problems also. So this question will come for 10 to 12 marks. Don't feel it's lengthy. Even marks will be more. Okay. But you need to do it properly. That's it. We will take our attendance, type your USS and keep ready.
Okay. So lower percentage ಈಗ ಇದೇನಾದ್ರು instead of dollar it became up plus ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. Plus ಬಂದಾಗ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
Have you copied the answer? Full answer. Till the solution. Means minimize the expression. Have you copied?
Oh, ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಈಗ ಅದು. ಓಕೆ ಸರಿ ನನಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಓಕೆ ಪಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಲೋಯರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್
Everyone typed and kept 1 to 5. Answer that means 1 to 5. Answer that means guys 1 to 5. Please type it in order. Okay, wait. 2 is absent. Okay, 6 to 10. 6 to 10. 6 present, 7 present, 8 present, 9 present, 10. Okay. 11 to 15. Okay, 16 to 20. 20. 21 to 25. 24 is not there. Okay, 26 to 30.
ಅದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇನ್ನು ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಮಾಡಿ ನನಗೆ
wait.
ಡಾಲರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ
30. Okay, 30 is not there. So once I cross the duration, I don't want to listen once again. 31 to 35. 35. Okay. 38. Okay. 39, 40. 40. 41 to 45.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನಾವು ಈ ಪೇಪರ್ ಇನ್ನ
42. Okay, 46 to 50. 51 to 55. 55. 56 to 60. 59 is not there. Okay. 67, 68, 69, 70, 69. Okay, 71 to 75. 71 to 75. 74, 75, 71 is not there. 76 to 80. 76 79, 83, 83, 84, 84, 85, 86. ಹೇಳಿ.
ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಬುಕ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಬುಕ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಹೌದಾ? 86, okay, 86 present, 89 present, 88, 87. 90 is not there. Excuse. Where were you, Krutik? Where you went? Okay. Guys, observation books and record books are issuing from the college. You can come and collect. Okay. So you know, right, where to collect. Next to principal office, Usha ma'am is there. From her, you come and collect. Okay, we'll meet it in the next class. Thank you, guys.